Hi there, welcome to edupediaworld.com. You're watching the videos on lines and angles. So in this video, we'll discuss some of the reasoning questions that are seen in the examinations, which are very important from the exam point of view. So let's get started with the first question, which is question number 1. The question number 1 says that for what value of x and x plus y in the figure below will ABC be a line? Means for what value of angle x plus angle y will ABC be a line? It will be a straight line. So then we have to justify our answer. So let's see how we can solve this question. Now, as we have discussed in lucid postulates also and various questions we have done on a straight line, that straight line like this, let it be straight line like x o y, and let it be angle like this. We know that angle of straight line is always 180 degree. This means that if ABC has to be a straight line, then angle ABC should be equals to 180 degree. Means that in the figure given, means x plus y should be equals to 180 degree, or we can say that angle ABD plus angle DBC should be equals to 180 degree. It should be 180 degree. So this is how we can justify our answer, that ABC to be a straight line, x plus y should be equals to 180 degree. So let's move on to the next question, question number 2, which is, can a triangle have all the angles less than 60 degree? We have to justify our answer. So let's draw the triangle first. Let a triangle be ABC. Now if this is a equilateral triangle, then each and every angle will be 60 degree, right? As we know that every angle of an equilateral triangle is equal, so if we add each and every angle, so it will be 60 degree. Then the question is, can we have a triangle angle less than 60 degree? Now if all the angles are 60 degree, then their sum is coming out to be 180 degree. And as we know that to draw a triangle, the sum of all the angles should be 180 degree, right? Now if we make this angle, let's say angle B, if we make, let's say, angle B as 59 degree, then its sum will be 60 plus 59 plus 60. Now it will come out to be 179 degree. Then means we have sum less than 180 degree. So we cannot have a triangle with sum less than 180 degree, right? So this justifies the answer that if triangle have all the angles less than 60 degree, we cannot have a triangle. Why? Because if we have all the angles 60 degree, we can have a triangle, but if we try to make one angle as 59 degree, then it will come out to be 179, which doesn't satisfy our condition. So let's move on to the question number 3. The question number 3 says that, can a triangle have two obtuse angles? Now obtuse angles, as discussed, are angles which is greater than 90 degree. Now we have to give a reason for this. So let's first draw a right angle triangle for this. Suppose this is a right angle triangle ABC, right angled at B, so let it be 90 degree. Now if this is a right angle triangle, and if we take this angle as x and this angle as y, now if we take sum of angles of a triangle, means x plus y plus 90 should be equals to 180 degree. Means we can say it's angle sum property, right? It's angle sum property. Now this means x plus y should be equals to 180 minus 90, so which is 90, means x plus y should be equals to 90 degree. Now we can say x and y both should be acute angle. Now let's take another example. Means for 90 degree angle, which is not either acute nor obtuse, both the angles should be acute. Now let's take another example. Suppose we have an angle like this, and let's say this angle is, we can say 100 degree, and this is, let this angle be x and this angle be y. Now if we take angle sum property, it will be 100 plus x plus y equals to 180 degree. This means x plus y should be equals to 80 degree. Again, both of these angles should be acute. We can see very easily, means sum of the angles is 80 degrees, so means both of the angles should be acute angle. So we can clearly see that if we take 90 degree angle, then also both the angles should be acute, and if we take one obtuse angle, then both the other angles should be acute. So we can clearly say that we cannot have two obtuse angles in a triangle. Why? Because if we try to make one angle as obtuse angle, then other two should be acute angles. So we cannot have two obtuse angles in a triangle. So let's move on to the question number 4. The question number 4 says that how many triangles can be drawn having its angle 45 degree, 64 degree and 72 degree, and we have to justify our answer. So let's draw a triangle first. This is triangle ABC. Now suppose, let's say this angle is 45 degree and this angle is 64 degree and this angle is 72 degree. Now if this has to be a triangle, right, then its sum of all angles should be 180 degree, or we can say it should satisfy angle sum property, right? This means, so let's see if it satisfy angle sum property or not. So according to the angle sum property, it should be 45 plus 64 plus 72 should be 180 degree. Now if we add 45, 64 and 72, it comes out to be 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 5 is 11, 1 carry 10, 17, and it comes out to be 181. Now as we can clearly see that the sum of all the three angles is greater than 180 degree, so it is not satisfying the criteria for angle sum property. So we can say that we cannot have triangle with these angles 45, 64 and 72 degree. So let's move on to the next question, question number 5. Now the question number 5 says that two adjacent angles are equal. Okay, is it necessary that each of the angles will be right angle triangle? Just we have to justify our answer. So we'll take two example in this. So example 1 is, suppose we have a straight line like this and we draw a line like this, A, O, B. Now let's say this angle is Y and let's say this angle is X. Now two adjacent angles are equal, means X is equals to Y according to the question. Now AOB is a straight line, so this means angle AOB should be equals to 180 degree. This means X plus Y should also be equals to 180 degree. Why? Because angle X plus angle Y makes angle AOB. Now it's given that two adjacent angles are equal, it's given in the question, so we can say that X equals to Y. This means we can replace y with x. It will come x plus x equals to 180 degree, 2x equals to 180 degree. So x is 90 degree. Means if AOB is a straight line and two adjacent angles are equal, this means each and every angle will be 90 degree. Right? Now let's take another example. Suppose we have an angle like this, angle AOB, and we draw another arm over here, let it be C, and we have angle AOB as 120 degree, then and these angles are equal as given in the question, so let mark it as x and y again. Now it's given that angle x equals to angle y and angle AOB is 120 degree, means we can write x plus y will be equals to angle AOB. Why? Because x and y are adjacent angles, and when we combine x and y they make an angle AOB. Now it's given x equals to y, means two adjacent angles are equal, right? This means we can replace x with y, so it will come out to be y plus y equals to angle AOB. Now angle AOB is 120, so it will come out to be 120, so y will be equals to 60 degree. So we can say that each and angle will be 60 degree. At the end of the question we can say that it is not necessary that each angle will be right angle when two adjacent angles are equal, until and unless it's a straight line, right? It has to be a straight line to make each and every adjacent angle right angle triangle. Okay, now let's discuss the question number 6. The question number 6 says that if one of the angles formed by the two intersecting lines is a right angle, what can we say about the other three angles? So we have to justify our answer. Now let's see how we can do this. Now as we have discussed in Lucid's postulates also, that if we consider straight line, we can say AOB, its angle is always 180 degree, as we have discussed in Lucid postulates, or we have done a linear pair. So we can say that angle of a straight line is always equals to 180 degree. Now suppose we have two intersecting line, right? We can say A O B and C O D. If one of the angles of a two intersecting line, we have two intersecting line AOB and COD is 90 degree, let's say AOC is 90 degree. So let's say we have angle AOC as 90 degree, then we can say that angle AOC will be equals to angle DOB. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles, right? So this means angle DOB is also 90 degree. You can say this is also 90 degree. Now as we know that DOC is a straight line, right? Then as we discussed that angle on a straight line is 180 degree, so this means angle DOB plus angle BOC will also be equals to 180 degree. So angle DOB is 90 degree plus angle BOC is also 180 degree. Why? Because DOC is a straight line. So angle BOC will be equals to 180 minus 90, so which is 90 degree. So we got angle BOC is also as 90 degree. Now as we can see that angle BOC will be equals to angle AOD. Why? They are vertically opposite angles. So angle AOD is 90 degree, means this is 90 degree. So what we can include from this is that if one of the angles formed by the two intersecting line is 90 degree, we have all the three angle as 90 degree, means will all the other angles are also 90 degree each. So let's move on to the next question. Question number 7. Question number 7 says that which of the two lines are parallel and why? Means we are given with two figures, figure 1 and figure 2. We have to prove that which of the two lines are parallel. Means either L or M are lines are parallel, or P and Q are parallel. So let's take the first figure this. Now if the two lines are parallel, then their co-interior angles should be equals to 180 degree, as we have discussed that sum of co-interior angles is equals to 180 degree if the corresponding lines are parallel. Means if L is parallel to M, then its co-interior angles should be equals to 180 degree. So let's check that. Now let me remind you what are co-interior angles. These are angles on the same side of a parallel lines and they are interior. Means they are same side, either on left or right, and they are interior like this angle and this angle, and their sum should be equals to 180 degree. Now so if these two angles are co-interior, their sum is 180 degree. So let's check. 132 plus 48, so it comes out to be 2 plus 8 10, 180. So their sum is coming out to be 180. We can say that line L is parallel to M. Means lines L and M are parallel lines, right? Now let's check for this figure, lines P and Q. Now if P is parallel to Q, then co-interior angles should be equals to 180 degree. So this means this angle plus this angle should be equals to 180 degree. Means 73 plus 106 should be 180, right? So let's check. 106 plus 73, 971. So it's not coming out to be 180, it's coming out to be 179. So we can say that lines P and Q are not parallel lines. Means only line L and M are parallel lines. So thank you once again for watching this video on edupediaworld.com. Keep watching further videos.